creating any new Alpha content. So today, here we go. Alright, so today I wanted to discuss with you guys the importance of battery tenders. Now without this battery tender for my Alpha, I'd probably have a lot of issues that most of you complain as I see on the forums. From the low battery, creating all sorts of, check engine lights and all sorts of stuff. So today we're going to look into that. Now the most common issue is the start-stop function, where it stops working due to the low battery voltage. Now, regardless, I still make sure to disable it every time I turn on the car. So let's check it out, see what I mean. Start-stop function off. Alright, so today I wanted to show you the different battery voltages in different situations and what the correct values should be. Now, for this car, it's still on the original battery from 2017, although the car was actually produced in September 2016, so it's even older. Now, this tells me that the battery tender actually makes a difference because I never once had an issue with the low voltage battery. So let's check it out. Alright, so I haven't driven my Giulia in the last couple of days due to the colder temps and lots of rain, so here it is on the tender. As you can see, that the voltage is actually maintained at 13.38 volts or so. The tender does have different settings for faster charge times. So as we can look here, it's got the 2, 4, and the 6 amp. I never actually had it on the 6 amp and rarely on the 4 amp. So I would say 95% of the time it sits on the 2 amp, and that is how I also store it over the winter. Now I've been using this tender as you can tell for many years, and it never let me down, so I do trust it. I do not take out the battery or anything like that. I just leave it up on the tender for 4 to 6 months, depending how long our winters are up here in the north. Alright, now we disconnected the tender and we're going to measure the voltage and see what it actually puts out now with no help from the tender. So as you can see, it's 13.4, and as I hold it here, it's slowly coming down. Now, normal typical battery voltage with anything connected to it should be between 12.5 to 12.8 volts. So if we wait here for a while, we'll probably get to that stage. Alright, so I just started the car now, so as you can see the voltage is 12.77. Still measuring here. Alright, now with the car running, let's turn on the fan. So turn it on here, and the AC. There you go. And let's check the voltage now. So it's still maintaining at 12.75. We got the headlights on as well. So this is pretty much full load. Alright guys, so to summarize our test that we just did. So while the car is running, so we measured a voltage of 12.8 volts, roughly. So that's pretty good. I know that the alternator is running right. Voltage should not be dropping any less than 12.6. It can read all the way up to 14.5 volts, which depends on the battery state, temperature, and engine RPM. Now to point out, sometimes the battery has enough juice to be able to start your car, but as you're driving, some certain accessories that require a certain number of battery voltage, and if it doesn't see that, then that's when you're going to start getting error codes. So that's why it's important to know if your battery is getting drained, especially if the car is just sitting there. There's so many computers that technically go to sleep, but they still drain the battery. Like for example, this Giulia here, it has 2 ECUs and 1 body control module and like so many other things. So that's why it's a good idea to just check, once a month and just to see the health of the battery. So in the end, I highly recommend investing a good battery tender. I know Alfa had an option, but mine never came with it, and I already had this from previous cars, so I decided to use it still. They are pretty cheap, starting around $80 depending where you are and which one you get, but they are worth it, trust me, especially if you don't daily drive your car. It just saves you a lot of headaches with random things popping on your dash while driving. Well, hope you guys found this helpful, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and we'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.